Hey everybody, welcome back to Trinity Dairy. Don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out our merch store. We'll have a link down below in the description for that. Today is Saturday, January 14th, 2023. It's nice, pretty nice out, a little cloudy now, but it's in the 20s, so it's melting a little bit. There's one thing I wanted to bring up, kind of starting out in a new year here. We've had a PayPal account for our channel. We'd been kind of asked to set one up. Some people wanted to send us some money, and so we did. But we are going to be getting rid of it just because it's kind of makes a real hassle with filing taxes and stuff. And I want to thank everybody who has donated money through it. I don't want you to feel that you have to. We do appreciate it, but like I said, I don't want this to sound like you need to send us money or anything like that. That's not the case. If you do choose to still want to send something, we do have a P.O. box for our address. You can sure mail it. And like I said, we appreciate everyone who has. But I just wanted to update on that we are going to be getting rid of that. So anyway, today, I don't know, it's kind of a mishmash day today. It's a little later in the afternoon. I'm going to let the cows out for a while. I'm going to run out to the woods, get some firewood brought back, and little bit of just chores. Probably we had somebody ask about doing a video on kind of bedding, feeding cows, are set up for that, so I'll probably try to get a little bit of that in there too, and we'll just see what we get into.
Got the saw and the chain. Woo! Don't fall. I almost got stuck right there at that gate.
What?
I almost got stuck.
Oh, you got to make that corner?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one doesn't have chains on it, so that doesn't help. So anyway, we're back out here in the woods, kind of clear, and there's a lot of birch out here that are dying or dead, and this time of the year that birch actually burns pretty well, so that's what we're clearing out of here. I've been doing that for a couple winters, and it works pretty good. I tried getting down into the ash swamp, but it was, with all this snow, it was just completely thawed out underneath the snow. I almost lost the skid steer in there, so we don't need to do that. So anyway, I'm going to drop a couple trees and we'll see if we can fill up a couple bucket loads. Timber!
So is there really much in here for regrowth, or is this just kind of all dying off and nothing really coming in its place?
Well, all them ones over there are all new growth. Like these ones right by you, those are new growth.
Yeah.
Birch is like that. Birch isn't a real long-lasting tree, at least not around here. I mean, they'll get pretty big, you know. I mean, like that one by you there that I cut off, that's a pretty good size. That was 2 trees. Some of these are pretty big, but they get, you know, that one, if you look at the stump on the one on this side, you can see they rot from the middle out, you know. So they can still have live branches on them, but the top will be dead. But
that's why the deer like them so much, even though they're dead. They eat the live buds.
Eat all these live buds off. Because like this one here, the top was completely rotted off, and this branch has got new shoots on it.
Huh.
But for some reason, birch, through the winter, I can cut this and bring it up. It'll burn really good. But as soon as spring hits, when it starts to thaw, then it's like it's full of water again, and you gotta let it dry. But
I was just wondering if a person should, like, you know, like that landing up there, if a person should maybe plant some maple trees or something. You just have to keep the deer from eating them, but
yeah. I don't know if I'd plant them back this far. I guess I'd plant them up towards the yard more.
well, I would do that too. I don't think it's a bad idea to plant trees anywhere.
Well, this is all, well, I guess we'll see how many of these young ones broke off from that ice storm. A lot of these, like this one here, this one I don't think was starting to die yet, but the whole top is snapped off from that ice and snow we had. I'm going to turn around and then I'll put the clevis on the back. You want to hook me up then?
All right. I don't think he's gonna make it. Oh, you made it. Yeah, there's a lot of trees that are bent over like that, so I don't know if they'll come back this spring or if they're just gonna stay like that, or I guess we'll have to see. Deer have been taking advantage of it. They're eating all the buds there.
I'm going to cut them stove length and haul them out with a bucket because it's too warm today. The snow's too slippery. I can't pull anything. The other day when me and the boys were out here, I was pulling them out like crazy, but it was a lot colder. Okay, we're up here by the furnace. I'm going to show you guys a few things here. We're going to split some wood. This is my wood splitter. It's homemade. I bought it at a sale. I think it'll split over 4 foot long. You can adjust this wedge, but mine are I only cut them about, I think it's about 30-inch now. My old boiler previous to this one that would take about 4 feet long, so I wanted a long splitter, but it works pretty good. It just runs off the tractor hydraulics. And a lot of you have been asking about this 530, what happened to it. This is kind of what I use it for now, basically hydraulics. The clutch is getting really bad and it's getting really weak, so I can't really pull anything with it. And this tractor, the engine in here, Used to be a diesel. We replaced it. That went bad. So we had a gas engine out of a combine we put in there, and everything crossed over except power takeoff. We couldn't drive the power takeoff with it, so it doesn't have PTO. So right now it's just kind of my hydraulic unit for the splitter, but it works good for that. One of these days we'll get it in and get a clutch put in it, but it hasn't been on the top of the list. So anyway, I got this Birch up here. We'll get fired up and get that split. I also go over my boiler here a little bit. I have in a previous video, got my coffee cup up here. This is a Taylor. This is a newer, I don't remember if my last video was on my old boiler. My old one was a Taylor as well, but it was a lot older model. That was like a 92, I think, or 93. I bought it used. This one I bought used as well, but it's, I can't remember the year, but it's like a 2000, I think. And it's a nice boiler. They do a good job. There's a lot of different companies out there now that make them, but this one, I don't know how well you can see in here. So it's got a forced air draft. So you've got a fan on the door, and then it's got a damper. Once the fan turns on, this opens, so that when that fan shuts off, the fire will shut down pretty much completely. There'll be coals in there. Then when the temperature and the water temperature gets to a certain temp, it'll kick that fan on. It'll start up the fire and heat up the water. And I don't know how well we can see in here. The firebox, probably not very well, but in the back there's 6 round flues, and they go back to like a afterburner, I guess it's called. And then on top of that is what's in here. So you have another flue that comes from that back this way and then out the top, out the smokestack. And all of that afterburner and all the firebox and everything's all surrounded with water. I think this holds like 700 gallons or 750 gallons of water. And then that's circulated into my house and back, and it also heats the milk house and the hot water for the milk house. So it works really well. Taylor was, my parents bought one of these back in the early 90s when I was a little kid. They bought that new, I believe, and they really haven't changed the design of them. They're pretty much the same built today as they were then. The only thing they've changed is kind of this area here. This flue used to come out the front and you had to catch the creosote. Now it's all kept inside, so it kind of burns it all up. But I don't know, it works good for us. So that's a little overview of the furnace, and we'll get some wood split here now. And I got this set up so I just leave the hydraulics on the tractor. I got the lever tied open so it circulates through, and then the splitter's got a lever right here so I can forward and then come back, and then when it hits back it just kicks out. So it works pretty well. Well, that's a little bit of our wood splitter. I'm going to keep messing around here, get this split up. I don't know if I'll get any feed mixing done on this video. I'll probably just call this good, but we'll get that in another video. So I want to just thank everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.